Hey Supercharger, welcome back. In this short lesson, I want to talk to you about a crucial skill in UI design, which is the selection of the primary color or colors you'll use. Working with the right color palette is essential as it can affect the overall aesthetic appeal of the design, user experience, and ultimately the success of a product. As I'm talking about this topic, I just want to make sure that the primary in this sense doesn't mean the primary in the context of color systems. Primary means it's the most important hue of the interface of your design. So why is choosing the right primary color important? Well, the first reason is branding. The colors used in a product's design can significantly impact how the brand is perceived. For example, a luxury brand might use black to convey sophistication and elegance, while a children's app might use bright colors like yellow, pink, and blue to appeal to younger audiences. It is essential to consider the brand's identity and values when selecting primary colors. If you'll be tasked with this, think about everything that we learned in the color psychology lesson. The second reason why it's important is clarity. The use of primary color consistently can help users navigate the design more efficiently. Consistently using the same primary color throughout the design can help users identify interactive elements and make it easy for them to navigate. That leads me to my next point. Primary colors are often used to signal interactivity. When designing interfaces, it's essential to create an intuitive and interactive user experience. One way to do this is by using primary color shades for interactive elements such as buttons, icons, links, and menus. By doing so, the users can quickly identify what they can interact with and what they can't interact with. They'll learn to associate that color with interactivity in your interface. One of the biggest mistakes beginners do is using multiple colors for this purpose, or using an interactive hue for something that's not interactive. Twitter, for instance, uses blue, which gives the platform a modern, clean, and straightforward look, and the blue signifies trust and professionalism, alongside being a common choice for social media apps. If we analyze the interface, you'll notice how blue is used only to signal interactivity or branding. Everything else is just a shade of gray, allowing users to focus on the content and allowing the content to shine. In most cases, though, you will have to work with the brand's primary color from their brand guidelines. This helps you out a lot with the first step of creating all the necessary shades you need for UI design. If we analyze Twitter a bit more closely, you will see how even the grays they use have a slight shade of the main hue inside. A lot of the apps use this strategy to achieve more consistency. Basically, the neutral palette is based on the main hue, but highly desaturated to create a subtle connection with the primary app color. A lot of mobile apps you will design won't need more than one single main interactive color, a neutral palette, and a couple of shades for status colors. In interfaces that require the user to focus on what they're doing, like web apps often do, or interfaces where content is heavily filled with user-generated content, it's best to minimize the use of color and branding. That's why most mobile apps and a big chunk of web apps today aren't colorful. Instead, they take on a more minimalist design. Color is only used to signal interactivity or to send a particular message. In conclusion, choosing the right primary color is crucial in UI design. It can affect the overall aesthetic appeal of the design, user experience, and the success of the product. When you're selecting primary colors, it's essential to consider the brand's identity and values, create clarity for users, and use color to signal interactivity. By doing so, we can create an intuitive and interactive user experience that resonates with the brand's target audience.